shakers from around town and find out what they're doing and what they're up to and how they're making the world a better place. And so excited to have the guys from Enclave Companies in today. We're going to be visiting with them in a minute. First, though, want to remind you that part of what we are all about here at the Flag is keeping you informed and up to date about everything flood related in the Red River Valley. Now, we don't know what flood season is going to look like. It's a little early, but we're trying to be prepared. And all of the interviews, and we get a lot of folks saying, hey, I heard you had somebody on talking about flood insurance. Where can I find that interview? Or I heard that person from National Weather Service talking about the river levels and things like that. Where can I find that? Well, we've made a landing page on our website, am1100theflag.com, for all news, audio, video, weather forecast, river levels, and all of that. And any information about anything flood-related in the Red River Valley will keep you informed as we move through it all together. It's brought to you by Rainbow International Restoration. Remember, go to am1100theflag.com. If you've missed any interviews or just want some new information, you can find that at am1100theflag.com. It is, as we said, is CEO Spotlight Day, and pleased to have in studio with us Ben Meland and Austin Morris. They are the owners and co-founders at Enclave, and we're very happy to have them in studio here this morning. The CEO Spotlight is brought to you by Vaaler Insurance. When it comes to protecting your business, nobody beats Vaaler. Go online to Vaaler.com, Vaaler.com. Ben, Austin, thanks for coming in. Great to see you guys today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate you making the time for us. So tell us a little bit about how the company started. Ben, I guess I'll start with you. How did Enclave all get started when you decided to get things going?
Oh, wow. I met Austin in 2009, and we started meeting together and talking about what we wanted to do. I was currently working for a construction company in town, and I was looking at getting into real estate development and ownership. And so met this young guy through a mutual friend, and we started having lunches and coffees at Starbucks and you name it, and started dreaming what we wanted to do. And in Independence Day 2011, we both quit our jobs and started Enclave.
How about that? Austin, what were you doing at the time?
I was working for a local real estate investment house, so
Okay.
an office in town.
Okay. Now, how did you guys first get to know each other?
Oh gosh, that was funny. It was sort of a mutual friend. I was trying to sell a threeplex, and actually I was trying to buy it and then resell it, but got convinced to just list it because I was a licensed agent at the time.
Okay. And
after that process, the owner of it said, "You have to meet Ben Meland. You guys would get along. You should do coffee or lunch or something." And we met up, and then we met up for almost 2.5 years straight, trying to think of when we could do something. Could we do it on the side of our existing employment? Could we just build one apartment building or build one project together? And yeah, that's how it kind of, the relationship blossomed.
Very cool. So you guys had both had some real estate background. Why was real estate, property, those kind of things, Ben, why was that of interest to you? Why did that kind of pique your interest in something you want to do for a living?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up in a small town in North Dakota, and watched my grandfather and father build these little duplexes, triplexes, and I'd go do maintenance on them and mow the lawn and do stuff like that, and just love the opportunity to have this passive income opportunity. And I love creating things. I love designing and creating things. The buildings we create impact the community for such a long period of time. I mean, some of these buildings can last hundreds and hundreds of years.
Right.
And so just to make an impact in the community and drive by these projects, just to be super proud of really changing the environment and the landscape forever.
How about you, Austin? What about the property and real estate world piqued your interest when you started working for a living?
Well, it was probably marketing class when I was like 15 years old. And I was telling people I want to be a real estate developer.
Okay.
I would drive around town. I'd take pictures of projects, take pictures of land that had some construction going, but it was a little slow. And it was kind of funny.
When you're 15 years old, you're doing this?
Yeah. Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah, I had a logbook of all the neighborhoods, and I was compiling. I was a weird kid, evidently. No,
it's worked out okay.
I don't know. I just loved entrepreneurship. I loved the idea of creating something from nothing. And now it's changed with, once you have kids, it's even funnier because my daughter yesterday goes, so how many people live in your communities? I was like, probably about 4,000 people.
Wow.
And she goes, wow, Dad, that's great. So it's kind of funny. You're like, oh, I never thought about it from a child's eyes. So.
Well, and when we talk about property, Ben, really what you do is you kind of help people paint a picture of the future, whether it's work or living. There's got to be a lot of satisfaction at the end of the day of what you are able to do with your work.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I mean, we love what we do. I mean, just the people we get to work with, working with the different cities and neighborhoods, and just really helping work through the process of creating these dynamic and unique projects is just really fun. And spreading out into new communities, getting to know people, and we have a blast.
So your company's name is Enclave Companies. Give us the top to bottom, Austin, of what you all do.
So Enclave is an integrated development, construction, and property management company. So we start from a piece of dirt and get it under contract or work with the landowner. We collaborate a lot with landowners, and then master plan the space that we have to work with, and we kind of dream up what should be here, what is this meant for, and how can we make it more unique than just putting up the same thing over and over. And that's what I love about having Ben as a business partner and having the team that we have around us is when you're surrounded by high performing, kind of push the envelope people, every time you have a project, it's really fun to see we have about 110 people now, and you have people next to you going like this, well, I don't want to do it this way. Can we try this? Can we do this? And it's fun to explore those opportunities for difference. So
yeah, absolutely. Tell us about some of the properties, Ben, that you have around town. What are some of the things that we would know as we drove around that you've been a part of?
Yeah, absolutely. So in Fargo, we have a recent one we just opened is the Uptown and Main development on Veterans Boulevard. That is there's a Gunderson's Jewelry out there, Plaza Azteca Mexican restaurant. Recently opened. There's a Caribou, and then the mixed use property, which we're still looking for some retail tenants on, and that's got apartments on the top level and underground parking. The Med Park project on the corner of 45th Street and 32nd Avenue. There's a lot going on there. We have the 300 Lime project downtown. If anyone's seen a lime-colored building downtown Fargo, you've probably recognized the 300 Lime. Okay. And we're developing a project across the street right now called the Mosaic. We own and develop the Cowboy Jack's property downtown.
Okay. Wow, that's a lot. You guys have been busy. So how long has the company been in place?
8.5 years.
Yeah. Since July of 2011.
Wow, that's a lot of stuff in 8.5 years.
It started with just Ben and I in a 500 square foot office, same office.
Yeah.
He was wondering what I was doing, calling people and doing things. And it was kind of funny to look back.
So do you two, are you 50-50 owners, or how do you are?
Yep.
Okay. I want to ask you about that because Scott Hennon and myself are the same exact thing. And people go, how do you do that without wanting to kill each other once in a while? And how do you like break ties when one wants to do something and one wants to do the other thing? I say, I don't know. We just sort of work it out. How about you guys?
I would say, we've taken like 16 personality tests, and it's hilarious because we're so different. So drivers are different, etc. And it's funny from that, and we didn't know that going into it. And then, but the unique thing is that Ben and I value each other's skill sets at such a high level that when one of us can tell the other one just by looking at their face doesn't like something, you kind of go, okay, how can I figure this out?
Yeah.
How can I, because you're never going to agree on everything perfectly.
Yes.
But there's that push and pull, and I think we both can tell when one of us is like this, but I really want to do this. and the other is like, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is. It's worked out great, and I can't talk enough about that. So
yeah.
How about you, Ben?
Yeah, I mean, I think just, mutual respect, and we each have very unique skill sets. I really value Austin's ability. He's great at, finding deals, analyzing deals, and he is such a smart guy to be around, and his skill sets really complement my skill sets. So how we work together is just really great, and we just have this mutual respect for each other and understand that without one of us, we kind of have this missing link.
Yeah.
And so we have a high level of respect. We love working together and know when to step back from our strong opinion at times.
So you guys are owners. Are there any other people that are in ownership with your companies? Just the two of you?
Just the two of us.
Okay. As time goes on, businesses, when they're young and they grow, you either have to sell enough so you create enough cash flow that you can add an employee or a division or something, or you have to bring in equity partners. As you guys look to the future, do you feel like whatever growth you want to do, will you be able to do that without bringing in other owners, or do you think at some point you may have to bring in someone else, some equity to get to where you want to go?
I don't know. Our business is unique in that we're partnering with a lot of people that have capital and have land and want to do something with it. So our business is driven by forging those relationships and having a significant amount of trust with those people and having people come back to us over and over and over rather than, well, we made money, but the deal didn't work.
Yeah.
So we love, and we have tons of repeat business from that side. And from a capital investment perspective, I don't think we'd need any additional capital to grow unless we wanted to expand, like, hey, let's expand in 12 markets in the next 3 years.
Right.
So as long as we keep growth at a
More
fast
organic,
clip, but not crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where do you want to be someday? 10 years, 15, 20 years down the line? Do you want to be doing kind of what you're doing in the way you're doing it now, or do you hope the company looks different that way?
I think an important thing for us is just making sure we take care of our team and to just grow organically. We set internal goals of what we want to do. But if we do that and we don't take care of our team members, then I would consider that a big failure.
Yeah, I want to ask you about that. Every business in town is looking for people, and when you get them, you want to hang on to them so they don't go somewhere else. What has worked well for you in hiring? What are some of the things that work well for you? Or what's the secret? Why do people want to come and work for Enclave companies?
I would say it aligns with our values. We set some core values on doing the honorable thing, taking care of people, reaching further. And if you go above and beyond and you have this culture that's not created, but that's just naturally there, that we really show our people what they mean to us, and we put our money where our mouth is and take care of them. I feel like that's helped us grow, and it's been great. I mean, we've struggled to continue to add enough key people, but slowly we've been solving that through adding additional key people on the team. We hired an HR department for the first time this year, which was that was a big. You're looking at the two HR guys prior to that, which we have zero skill in that. But it's been great to have HR on staff and then start creating other leaders within our organization, because we were a pretty flat organization a couple of years ago. So.
Yeah. Well, and it's fun because if you have, like, I think it's amazing once you have like 8 to 10 people that are all amazing, and then you get 8 to 10 more, and everybody pushes each other. So it's fun to even watch us. We're on the inside, but to watch people work together, and if they're awesome,
yes,
they want to be as awesome as the next guy and want to be up to their standard and everything. So it's kind of fun to watch how that works.
Cool. One question I have for you about keeping people, once you get those good people, how do you retain them? Tell us something cool that you guys do, or something you've tried to do that's maybe a little different or new or innovative about making it a great place to work. Something cool you do for your people, or that they would say, yeah, this is one reason I really love working for you guys. Anything come to mind?
I would say something that we've recently done, a big thing for Giving Hearts Day. I'm on the board of Dakota Medical Foundation. So we gave all our employees $20 to experience that joy of giving in the community, which was really fun. And then Austin and I matched dollar for dollar any gift over $20 that they were to give to any charity of their choosing. So that was really fun. We do catered lunches twice a month. So every other week we'll cater in lunch for all the team members and just get together, catch up with people, try not to talk about work, just get to know each other. And that seems to be really fun. We do a lot of community events, going out and, renting a booth out at the Shields Arena and hanging out with our team and doing fun events like that.
Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, and when you have a team of 110 people, it's hard to get everybody together. So, but those fun events that you do, like the lunches and hockey games, that's some pretty great stuff. If you want to find out more about the company, enclavecompanies.com is the website, enclavecompanies.com. Austin Morris and Ben Meland. They are the owners and co-founders. Guys, thanks for coming in today. The time flew past. It always seems to do that. But thank you very much for coming in. All the best and continued success to you guys. The CEO Spotlight is brought to you by Vaaler Insurance. When it comes to protecting your business, nobody beats Vaaler. And when it comes to employee benefits, if you've got a company, you're running the office for the boss people, you want to make sure that the people that are working for you, your employees, your team members, that they understand the full value of the benefits that you provide, because you spend a lot of money you put into those things. And the gang over at Vaaler, their employee benefits specialists, they work closely with your team members, making sure that they understand what you're doing and what you're putting on the table. It doesn't cost a penny to ask any questions. To set up a visit, go online to Vaaler.com. That's VAALER.com. 8:22 on the Need to Know Morning Show. When we come back, we've got a student athlete of the day to tell you about. A couple of other things as we finish up the show.